Hi everyone, welcome to Tootie Talk Sense, and this is Tootie. I want to get straight into it, y'all. Let's talk about this House of Dragons. I was there watching it yesterday, like, oh my God, say it ain't so. I'm like, Games of Thrones. You know, okay. Let's talk about it, y'all. So what had happened was the girl who is now the heir to the throne. I can't think of her name, y'all, but she's now the heir to the throne. You know, her uncle want the throne, right? Her uncle want to be king. So I pretty much think that the uncle set the girl up. He had took her, right? He took the girl because she's been wanting to. She got the rebellious spirit. She don't want to follow the ways of what her father and everybody set up for. So the uncle see this. The uncle got the same rebellious spirit. He sent her a little note for her to follow him out, and he sneaks her at the castle. So he goes, and medieval times. So we got the little whorehouses, you got the fire, you got the she get to see the town outside of the castle, right? So he had a disguise and everything for her. So what I don't get, right, is when it came down to the part that it's time to go into the Lady of the Night House, because I don't know what is allowed and not allowed to say on YouTube. So I'm going to say the Lady of the Night House. But y'all know what it is. So when it's time to go to the Lady of the Night House, right, and you see all the extracurricular activities going on all out in front of everybody. Everybody was with everybody. Male, male, female, female, male and female. One female, two males, one male, two female, whatever you can think about, whatever you can put in your fantasy was probably there. They got it in medieval times, okay? So the moment I don't know if y'all noticed that, but the moment she walked in to go into the whorehouse, now all this time they walking around the town and she's seeing the little plays and things like that, he got the disguise for her. The moment she go into the whorehouse, the Lady of the Night House, the moment she go into the Lady of the Night House, right, he takes the hat up off her. So her hair and everything could be shown. So I believe that was done on purpose so people could see that she was in the house to mess up her reputation, so that her choice to marriage would be slender, and then he'll have to be one of the ones, they marry, because apparently going with your family ain't nothing. You get to the GOT wasn't nothing. When the twins, the sciency and Jamie was all in love, kids together, everything, and everybody knew about it. When she became queen, baby, she didn't care. She had the door open with Jamie in the bed. Yes, may I help you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, help. So that ain't nothing for them, okay? I was watching it like, oh my God, it's too much. It's too much. Only because I said, I don't know, I'm a little hypocritical. I know I am. I'm a little hypocritical because when it was GOT and it was Khaleesi and Jon Snow, nobody had a problem with it. I said nobody had a problem with it. And I think it's because the audience knew they were nephew and auntie before the characters knew. So when they first started their relationship and they was having intercourse, they didn't know that they was related. So I think that's mainly why the audience was still like, even after we found out, we were still like, I still prefer her to be with John and they rule the kingdom, even though that's auntie. And we wasn't like, oh, same way we was with Jamie and Sansa. Now, this one, I don't know if it's because I know in actuality the girl ain't that young, but the way they're playing her is she's a way younger girl. I'm assuming they're trying to make her like 14, 15, because I know they said coming of age is 14, because when they was trying to offer off that little girl to the father, they was like, well, I will wait until she turned 14. So I guess coming of age is 14. So I don't know how old they're trying to make the main character out to be, but she's looking a lot younger than that uncle. And then the fact that that's your uncle. But if y'all notice on the first episode, now going back to episode 1 and 2, I was watching the first and second episode, and I said, that man like her uncle. I said, oh, he like her, because then, if you remember, he was in the Lady of the Night house, right? And he said, and I guess he couldn't perform his duties, his activities. He couldn't perform what he was there for. So the worker asked, oh, do you need me to get a blonde wig, or do you need me to, have my hair blonde? And I'm like, okay, that was a little innuendo right there to what she believed that he liked. And I said, also, I like that his character is kind of like the imps. And I feel like the hen character is like Littlefingers. Those are two so far that I'm relating to it. Then also, as you picked up the little on the of course I know everybody's seen the Lannisters during the tournament when he tried to get her to marry him. I said they've been after that seat for a long time, because this is what, almost 200 years before GOT. So I'm like, look at the Lannisters. They've been after that seat for a long time. They did finally get it, but they've been after it, baby. So that was the Lannisters. Also the Baratheons, that the little boy on this episode 3, the little boy who came and asked for her hand in marriage. And, and I don't know who that was off to the side that kept talking all that crap. And when she was like, oh, he's a child, and he had something to say, boy, that little boy ended up killing him at the end. Once they got into it, he was finna walk away, and he said something else, and he like, look now, and it took 2 comments. I ain't finna take no more. He took that sword out and killed that man, right? But I'm like, you can kind of show the timeline, and that even as a child, that timeline has, been courageous, have been fighters, because of course that's who Robert ended up being. That's ended up being the Kings and the Games of Thrones. That he was in love with the Stark girl, who's actually Jon Snow's mother. So, as I just took notice of that, I said, but this and then in the first episode, am I the only one who was watching it in the first episode with the hen daughter? And I was like, is he messing around with his daughter? Because the nervousness that she had with the nails and everything. And I said, could be just to try to please your father. But then when he was going to rat out, I know since his wife is dead, his daughter had to step in to put on his clothes and everything before he rat out for them to go to war. When he was going to rat out, I want to say to go get the egg back. But I said it was just a weird tension in him. And he's like, besides being like Littlefingers, he's like the like Jamie's daddy as far as sending Sansa out there. Like, I don't care about your virtue. Do what you need to do so we can get on this throne, okay? Now go ahead and pop it open and bust it wide so we can go ahead and get on this throne. Make it the walk. Do your part. Everybody has a part to do. Yeah, that's from Walking Dead. I be liking my shows now, and I be crisscrossing them. And have this little drop from this show and put it in this show. You remember Walking Dead? I don't know if y'all Walking Dead fans, but that was the thing with Herschel. Everybody has a part to do. That's how he was out there. Like y'all females, everybody got a part to do. And what she said, y'all part is to sit here and have babies, even up to the point that it kills you. Your part is to have babies. Now go on, use what we done bless you with and get this family this throne now. These kids out here, if I love and protect their daughter, no. Yeah, so I'm sitting here waiting on that next episode, because now you see she tried to lie, right? She tried to lie. The main character tried to lie to her friend to say, oh, nothing happened between us. And with the dad, when she tried to lie to the dad like, I ain't trying to hear all that. I ain't trying to hear all that. You putting everything in jeopardy. I done already went against everything that everybody done told you about naming you my heir. I'm still trying to hold my word for you about not replacing you with a son that I done had. And you out here effing your uncle. out here in the streets in front of everybody, you making me look bad. And he was like, he didn't even believe what she said, because you see at the end of that episode, he ended up sending her the little potion to get rid of your unwanted circumstances. So I said, I don't know, I'm trying to see what's going to happen with this, because you can keep the baby. That way you won't have to get married, because they ain't going to want tarnished goods. You know, and then you still have your baby will still have the right to the throne, or you can get rid of the baby and they still finna be pressuring you to marry. I said, but if you keep the baby, now will they make you marry your uncle? Well, I don't know if the uncle gonna be the father, because it'll be the knight who guard her. I believe that it will be the father, because during the little scene, it was so supposed to be exotic and everything, but out of my mind, I'm like, oh, uncle and niece, ugh. You know, it's supposed to be a sexual exotic scene where he like turns her around, and I'm like, wait, I don't even, you can't really even tell if they actually end up having an intercourse there. It seems like a bunch of them going back and forth, kissing, touching, rubbing up on each other. Then she goes home with the knight, because he just left her and she was so in the mood. So, yeah, I'm going to wait till next week and see what happens. Talk to y'all later. Bye.